I found this great reference of a guy falling and wanted to sketch it in a more interesting context. So I came up with this idea. Have you ever had those dreams where you suddenly start falling and it feels so real? Well, this guy was having one of those dreams, just sitting in a cafe when suddenly the floor disappears and he begins to fall. But he doesn't look concerned, he just accepts it and goes with the flow. So in this case, I'm sketching most of the detail as I work down. So instead of outlining all the main shapes, like the face and then the body, the way I'm doing it here is that I'm looking at the reference and trying to keep the picture in my mind and then imagine it on the page. Instead of construction lines, I'm sketching final lines, not trying to exactly copy it. So I use two methods to know exactly where I want to place the next line. First, I look at the little shapes between the features on the reference. For example, I look at the size of the forehead, then that can help me to place the brow and the eyes. I can then combine this with my memorized proportions of the face that I have in my mind. So you can see here as I've been sketching the jumper, I've used a dry brush technique for the wrinkles. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is the right way to go, so you can let me know in the comments if you like it. But I do personally like in general using a dry brush tip. It makes it easier for me to control the lines. I made sure I got the position of the hand correct. So I was looking at the bottom of the jumper, how the shape between the arm and the jumper, that little triangle, and comparing the hand to the head to see the distance, and almost drawing a line up from the hand to the face and down to the other hand and seeing what that shape was too. To construct the legs, I did a similar thing as I did with the arm, and I drew little lines that had gaps so that if I drew a line and then it wasn't quite right, the next line I could adjust it. And I'd look up at the head and see how far it was from the head in proportion to the body, the chest, and where the hand was coming, where the knee would come. So everything I was comparing constantly. I think what makes some sketches stand out is a good contrast between the dark and the light. And I think in this sketch the pants are quite dark, so I was thinking of first doing them in a black, but I missed that opportunity and I like the lines I've done. So I'm going to grab my grey brush pen and ink them in. Now I'm using my Staedtler Mars Lumograph 6B black pencil, and it helps give a little bit of texture to the face. I'll add a bit to the hands and the jumper. And now we get to the part where I wanted to give it a bit of context, and my first thought was having headphones flying off his head. So I searched stock images for floating headphones, but I came up with all these other items around them. So I added a mug with some, and I thought maybe some coffee coming out of it might be cool. And then all these items would help give the feeling like he's falling. I actually did a little rough pencil sketch of this composition to help find where I thought the object should go. So now I've finished all the items that were falling around him, I felt like it needed something to tie it all together. So I got out my water brush pen, which has a little bit of ink in it, and then I inked in the background. And I feel like that brings it all together. So I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts and found the reference ideas helpful for your own sketching. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.